What is up, everybody? It's King Kuntha, and today I'm going to be going over how you guys can farm anchorweed the most efficient way possible and the best spot to farm anchorweed. And I'm basically going to cover everything in this video, but before I go ahead and show you the spot and all the other things that you guys need to know, I first have to mention I've had a couple people ask down below what setup I'm using, what computer setup I'm using. I actually have the link in the description, but I'm gonna put the link in the comment section below. And I also recently got this cool little Alliance mug too that I'll put down there because I think you guys might find interesting, but definitely check those out. So the reason we want to farm anchorweed above any other herb is namely because of the price of it. I mean, look here, these are the prices of all the herbs currently, and anchorweed is just insanely high. It is so much higher than the rest of the herbs. With the buyout price being about 615 gold, that's crazy high for just one herb, and this herb is actually still prevalent throughout many zones, and you can actually find ways to go ahead and just pick up tons upon tons of this stuff very quickly. Now there are a couple methods that I'm going to be covering throughout this video, ways you can actually go ahead and get more out of this. But so what I'm going to do now is cut the video and I'm going to take you to a location, the best location to farm anchorweed, and I'm going to explain everything about it to you guys. So we'll see you there. Alright, as you can see, we are located here in Drustvar now, and Drustvar is actually one of the, if not the best location to farm up this item. Now, anchorweed is most prevalent around just only a few areas here in Drustvar. Now, we're not going to be using the old Aram Strand farm where you just run down here, because that's all you really get is just other herbs that you're not really looking for. We're looking for anchorweed, purely anchorweed. Now, as you guys might have seen, anchorweed seems to grow in areas that are near rivers but not too far inland. So in Aram Strand, the best location that I have found and that many other people have been using as well is to go ahead and circle these mountains right here and come down through them towards the river, follow this, and cut through on this river as well, and then we're going to circle back up towards Aram Strand. Now, the way that we do this ensures that we're covering both zones right on the border of both. Personally, I actually start down here in this area first and circle around because I tend to find some of the more anchorweed spawns in this area, and it's just a little bit easier to go ahead and pick up and take care of. Now, there are hostile mobs. If you are rank 120 and you're fully geared, it should absolutely be zero problem for you whatsoever. Now, there are a few things that you are going to need to bring with you to this farm to go ahead and ensure that you're making the most out of it that you possibly can. Now, the first thing you want to go ahead and bring is a flask of Dark Moon Firewater. You can buy these on the auction house for about 100 gold, and all they do is increase your gathering speed up to an hour. Now, that's really good for us because that just makes it faster for us to gather herbs, run around, pick up more, gather more. You get the gist. Now, as you can see, once we come up into this little snow location, we're going to kind of start to see more Winter's Kiss and stuff along this area. But if we go ahead and follow back around here, we're going to start to see more river-oriented herbs, such as Siren's Pollen and anchorweed. Now, remember, anchorweed is the rare node out of all the possible ones you can get, so don't just expect to get tons upon tons, but this is the way that tons of people have found to actually get the fastest results out of it. Now, personally, I have found this route has made me the most gold, so I think you guys will actually find it helps too. Another thing you guys are going to need is you guys are going to have anchorweed level up all the way to the maximum that it can be. So what I mean by that is you need to go ahead and pick up rank 3 anchorweed herbalism. Now, you get this just by picking up tons of anchorweed just in the world in general. So running around picking up anchorweed, you'll eventually have a quest to go back to the capital city and meet up with one of your profession trainers, and he's going to give you a quest to go ahead and get your anchorweed leveled all the way up completely. And that is actually the easiest way to go ahead and do it. Is just run this farm till you actually get the quest pop for it, and once you do get the quest pop, go ahead and you want to make sure that you just run out, go do that as soon as possible, because if you don't, you're going to be cutting into your profits pretty heavily. Now, another thing that you guys are going to want to do, in addition to what I've taught you guys already, is if you guys do want to pick up mining, there are mining nodes all over here. Mining seems to be pretty crazy good too as well. So if you are a double gathering person, picking up mining as well will also help you. Now, this route has already been plucked out by me once before quickly in making this video, so just so you guys know, this isn't really representative of actual results. I just plucked in and ran it backwards again just to show you guys. But as you can see, we're actually getting, there's some mining nodes up there as long, so there's a ton of other things that you can do as well. I believe I mentioned the glove enchant already for herbalism. If I didn't, you guys do need a glove enchant. All it does is increase the speed that you pick herbs, and in combination with Darkmoon Firewater, it pretty much makes you invincible. Well, maybe not invincible, but you're gonna have a lot more luck gathering. Another thing you guys are going to want to go ahead and bring is a class that's mobile, or maybe have the mount that does not dismount you while mining or gathering. Those are two extremely helpful items in this situation that I have found that really go ahead and help me out just in running around in general. The fact that I'm a druid makes it quite easy for me to run out, pick up as many things as I can. And as you can see, we're getting just about as many mining nodes as we are herbalism nodes. And I did not pick up any of the mining nodes on the way there, just to go ahead and disclose that for you guys. So that's really all it is to mining anchorweed. This is one of the best locations for it. This is the one that I have found to have the most luck with. If you guys have had better luck with other locations, let me know in the comments down below. I personally have found this one to be the most useful for me. The one in Stormsong Valley worked for me as well, but I found that there was too many people kinda flowing into that farm, and I find it was getting a little overused, and I had to switch to Drustvar because I know Drustvar very well, and I've got a ton of the abilities through Drustvar, such as, like, you know, Witch Rend and stuff like that can help me take down enemies if I have to in the process of picking up herbalism nodes. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have rank 3 anchorweed gathering. You want to make sure you have the glove enchant for herbalism. And thirdly, you also want to make sure that you are picking up Darkmoon Firewater, because it's going to increase how fast you can actually pick these up as well. And that's really all I had for the farm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to talk about the channel a little bit and where we're going with it, and just a couple little good things like that. So if that interests you, you can stay tuned. If not, you guys can leave now. And I'll see you all in the next video. So if you want to stay tuned, well, stay tuned. Alright, if you guys stayed, I'm happy you guys stayed. But we're going to talk about some interesting stuff that's happening in the channel right now. I recently have come into contact with a couple of sponsors, and they want to do a couple sponsored videos. And I've actually had a good amount of sponsors reaching out to me lately and asking for sponsored videos, but of course I don't want to sell out in any way, shape, or form. So I've kind of been trying to weed out the good sponsors from the bad ones, and I've kind of had a hard time picking ones that I think you guys would be interested in and not annoyed with. So just letting you guys know, there might be a few sponsored videos coming out later. I mean, it won't be anything big and disruptive. I'm not gonna like pick a sponsor that's gonna like sell toenail clippers and have this on a World of Warcraft YouTube channel. Obviously that wouldn't make sense. So that, just keep a lookout for that. That will be happening. I've been getting a lot of support lately from a lot of people through, you know, be it comments or just anything along those lines, and I want to say thank you for those people. I tried stepping it up on this video. Hopefully everything is a little bit more clean and precise. I actually wrote a script out for this one, so hopefully it sounds a little bit better. I did go off the script a little bit, but so hopefully it sounds better. If you are one of the fans that stays to the end, can you guys comment down below Notification Squad, because I just want to know who you guys are, so then I can remember to look out for you guys, knowing that you guys are the ones that you know, watch my videos all the way to the end and stuff like that. So definitely keep a lookout for that. I mentioned all the links down below and stuff at the beginning, so everyone knows about that. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you again for all the support lately. We've been doing very well as a channel, and I see 7K, or not 7K, sorry, I see 10K approaching soon, and I actually see it as a reality, and it's probably going to happen, so that'll be pretty sweet. And then I guess next milestone after that is 50K. I guess maybe it's a little too high. Maybe we'll just celebrate every 10K until something happens. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you on the next video.